Our math lesson. Today we're going to learn about the difference between numbers and numerals. Numbers represent quantities or how many of something we have. For example, if we have 5 bananas, the number 5 represents the quantity of bananas we have. Numerals, on the other hand, are the symbols we write down to represent numbers. For example, the symbol 5 is a numeral. It's what we write to represent the quantity of 5 things. Let's imagine we're at a market buying fruits. We can count 5 apples and 5 bananas. These are quantities, which are represented by numbers. But when we write down how many fruits we have, we use the numeral 5. This is the symbol that represents the quantity. Let's summarize what we've learned. Numbers represent quantities, while numerals are the symbols we write to represent those numbers. For example, 5 bananas is a quantity, which is a number. The symbol 5 is the numeral we use to represent that quantity. In mathematics, we categorize numbers into different types based on their properties. Natural numbers are the counting numbers we first learn as children. They start with 1 and continue infinitely, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. We use natural numbers when counting physical objects. Imagine counting pebbles one by one. Whole numbers include all the natural numbers plus 0, so whole numbers start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. The concept of 0 is essential in mathematics. It represents an empty set or nothing. Adding 0 to natural numbers gives us the set of whole numbers. Prime numbers are special. They are numbers that can only be divided evenly by 1 and themselves. The first few prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and 13. Think of a loaf of bread. If it's a prime number, you cannot divide it into equal pieces other than cutting into single pieces. In contrast, composite numbers can be divided in multiple ways. Composite numbers have more than 2 factors. They can be divided evenly by numbers other than just 1 and themselves. For example, 6 is a composite number because it has 4 factors, 1, 2, 3, and 6. We can represent this with rectangles of different dimensions. Similarly, 4 is composite because it has 3 factors, 1, 2, and 4. Let's summarize the different types of numbers we've explored. Natural numbers are used for counting. Whole numbers include 0 plus all natural numbers. Prime numbers have exactly 2 factors, while composite numbers have more than 2 factors. Numbers in culture and daily life. Numbers exist beyond math textbooks. They're part of our cultural heritage and daily lives. In African drumming, numbers create rhythm and pattern. Different drums may play cycles of 3, 4, or 5 beats, creating complex polyrhythms. In traditional weaving, artisans use numerical patterns. They calculate thread counts and create repeating sequences based on mathematical rules. Mancala is an ancient counting game played across Africa and Asia. Players strategically move stones around the board according to numerical rules. Let's recap what we've learned about numbers in culture and daily life. Numbers create patterns in music and rhythm. Mathematical formulas can describe art and weaving. Games use strategic counting and numerical rules, and culture and mathematics are deeply connected. Let's test your understanding with a quick quiz. Question 1. What pattern might you find in African drumming? The answer is repeating rhythms based on groups of 3, 4, or 5 beats. Question 2. How do weavers use mathematics in their craft? The answer is creating patterns through counting threads and planning repeats. Question 3. Why does Mancala require mathematical thinking? The answer is to calculate moves and predict outcomes strategically. Keep exploring the world of numbers. Numbers are all around us, in music, art, games, and daily life. Mathematics isn't just for classrooms, it's part of human culture. What number patterns will you discover today?